think we're okay now. And I'm going to try to start streaming again, see if it'll hold up there. Yeah, it looks like my internet's much better. Double J said I switched to the app and it was breaking up until you got those texts. Then it cleared up. Bregman to the Cubs. Oh man. Whew. Bregman to the Cubs. That's Rogers, what would be the worst team that they could send, that Bregman could go to in free agency? Like, what would be the one that you would absolutely despise the most if he left?
Well, he's a free agent, so
right.
They have no choice.
Yeah. I mean, if he decided to go somewhere else and not re-sign with the Astros,
I don't care.
It doesn't, like, if he went to the Cubs or the Rangers.
I don't care means I don't care.
Okay.
If he leaves, he leaves. What do you think anybody gives a crap what I feel about it?
If he dies, he dies. Very, very Ivan Drago of you, Rogers. If he dies, he dies.
Well, I mean, he's a rich man. Look,
you know more about the Astros than.
Bad for him. He's a professional baseball player.
Right.
He's got a good life.
No, I not that it's going to affect his life or his livelihood in any way.
Dude, we've already lost Correa. We've already lost Springer. Everybody from that team except Bregman, Altuve, and McCullers is gone. So this is nothing new for me. I'm used to this.
Yeah. Just got to see who. And look, I hope they re-sign him.
It's
I really
called
do.
professional sports. Everybody leaves every year.
It's true. They do. There's a. And now it's becoming the norm in college sports as well. Everybody's leaving every year.
It's just the minor leagues.
Yeah. It's definitely, except they're getting paid more than the minor league baseball players are getting paid.
Some of those guys aren't.
Yeah, this is true. They're definitely getting paid more than the minor league kids are getting paid. That's for sure. So yeah, I would love to see him. I like continuity personally. I don't mind free agency. I don't mind the idea of, even in college athletics, I don't mind the idea of players having agency to do what they want to do, to move where they want to move. Like, I've got no problem with that. I definitely do, though, like to see continuity if you can. I like to see folks who stay at the same spot. I like to see folks who are, who become pillars of an organization, right? And that's what, I don't know if anybody watched the Hard Knocks executive thing they did, the offseason they did with the Giants, right? In the New York Giants. And the big selling point, the Giants told Saquon Barkley, like, we'll, go test the market. He wanted X amount of dollars. They said, go test the market, give us the right to match. And by the way, you play another 2 or 3 years in New York and we're probably putting you in the Ring of Honor. Right? So do you want to be a guy that leaves and goes to another organization for a little bit more money? Or do you want to become an absolute legend in the place that you started? And so the Eagles came in and they offered him a boatload of money. They offered him a big contract, and the Giants decided not to match it, and boom, he's an Eagle. And it was, all the stuff about the legacy and being one of the greatest Giants of all time, all that stuff, like, none of that came into play when it came to Saquon Barkley. Like, he wanted to get paid, and I understand that, right? I mean, that you're talking about running backs, and running backs have such a short shelf life in the NFL. Running backs, by and large, don't get the big contracts anymore. They're not the guys that are getting paid. The big wide receivers, the number one wide receivers get paid. The quarterbacks obviously get paid. Defensive ends get paid. The big left tackle gets paid. The shutdown corner gets paid. But the running backs, they're almost low man on the totem pole. They are way down the list in terms of position, because they're expendable. They're kind of a dime a dozen. And certainly that means that there's every opportunity for you to go replace them, right? And what did the Giants do? They went out and I think they ended up getting 2 guys to come in and replace Saquon Barkley. So it's, at least in terms of what you're doing in the NFL, that level of get your money when you can is fine with me. But I also like the idea of, hey, stick around and be a legend. Like, that's a good selling point. If, let's say, I don't remember what the numbers were for Saquon, but, let's say the Eagles offered him $10 million a year and the Giants offered him $8 million a year. Right? But it's $8 million a year, and you're here, and you're going in the Ring of Honor, and you're going to be one of the greatest Giants of all time, and you're going to be revered in New York. Or New York fans are going to kind of turn on you because you went to Philly. And we know the New York-Philly rivalry that goes on. I think that their legacy plays a little bit in on that, especially when you're talking about the difference in a few $1 million for a guy that's got plenty. And he's got off-the-field money as well. So he's got endorsements and things of that nature. So I don't know. I like loyalty, and I hope that Bregman stays. I really do. I like the idea of lifelong players. Altuve is a guy that's likely going to be a lifelong Astro. I think Rogers, didn't they sign him to like a kind of a lifetime contract kind of thing a little while ago? So...
he signed enough deal to where he will retire as an Astro.
So I love that, man. I Altuve is gonna his jersey's gonna be up in the rafters at the ballpark. He'll if he so chose, he'll never buy a meal in Houston again. I love that stuff. Like that's the stuff that your heart longs for. But at the same time, brain...
That's how I grew up.
Exactly.
In the 70s, whether your team was good or bad, they were your team for 10 years because there wasn't free agency.
Right.
And like I said, Altuve, Bregman, and McCullers are the only three left from the 2017 team. So this is how it goes now.
Yeah, it absolutely does.
And they had to make a choice of all those guys who they were going to keep, and they chose Altuve.
I mean, look at Verlander, Rogers. Verlander, Tiger for life, whatever, an unbelievable pitcher with the Tigers. Then he leaves. He shows up as an Astro. He's an unbelievable pitcher for the Astros. Then he leaves. Then he comes back. And like that's the nature of this business is you kind of, guys go and especially as they get older, they chase championships, especially guys that have never had rings before. Like Altuve's never going to want to leave because he's been paid tons and he's got rings. So, Altuve doesn't have to chase anything as he gets older. Like Altuve's got it all. And still amazing for being as small as he is to be as powerful as he is. It's just crazy. It really is. All right, I think my internet issues are solved, so I think we're okay on that end. I do want to remind you about Hollis Dental Care. I think I was warbling a little bit while I was telling you about Hollis Dental Care earlier. 703-6680 is how you reach them, 703-6680. Whether you're looking for just cleaning, regular maintenance, or you're looking for something more substantial like like fixed dentures or dental implants, Hollis Dental Care is the place you need to go. They do it all in-house. They've got the ability to handle all of those things. They're not going to ship you over to oral surgeons and 35 different doctors that you got to go to get a dental procedure done. They can handle almost everything right there at Benton Road and Wimble. That is the great part about Hollis Dental Care. Open Monday through Thursday. Again, if you call them before 9 a.m., they will get you in the same day, Monday through Thursday, and that is a big, big deal, a huge deal to be seen on the same day. Gotta love that. I had to, mom's had a heart arrhythmia and trying to get her in to see the cardiologist, and it was like 3 weeks, I mean, that's by the way, the reason why we don't have a show on Monday. But it's crazy to have the ability to get in the same day. Absolutely incredible, and that's what Hollis Dental Care does for you. 703-6680 is their phone number. Benton Road and Wimple is where they're located. We love Matt Hollis and crew. And, of course, when you call them, make an appointment, you go in, get your dental work done, please let Dr. Hollis and his crew know that you heard about it right here on the Patrick Netherton Show. All right, we'll take a break. Come back. We'll be back.
Want to win big with Jimmy Grandje Outdoors Tiger Den? We've got your chance. Just stop by and register in person or download the 11:30 a.m. The Tiger app for your chance to win tickets to each.
Like Down Home Meats, old school sausage done right, and Shreveport Bossier Family Dentistry, keeping your whole family smiling. Your pediatric dentistry, it's an out of this world. Industry aces stand out any day.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist? Huh,
you don't say.
Oh, I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinner 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer. An unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special Pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
Michael and Justin Greene have great news about Bobby L. Greene, your home team.
We saw the need for a heating and cooling contractor that could do the same thing that we've offered plumbing services for many, many years, and we decided to jump into the AC and heating space.
We just saw the opportunity to provide another service to our customers, to be a one-stop shop, to take care of their needs and be there and provide the same quality service that we've always provided.
3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, 318-631-0235.
Hollis Dental Care is the premier one-stop shop for all your dental care needs in the Arklatex. Dr. Matt Hollis and his team can handle everything from simple cleanings to major dental implants, all in-house. And if you've got a toothache, call 318-703-6680 by 9 a.m. Monday through Thursday, and you're guaranteed to be seen the same day. That's Hollis Dental Care. Call them at 318-703-6680 or find them at Benton Road and Wimple. Hollis Dental Care, the best spot for your smile.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Hey LSU Tiger fans! Got junk piling up? Trash Bandits, your local junk removal experts in Shreveport, are here to help. Whether you want to be hands-on or hands-off, we've got you covered. From dumpster rentals to hoarding cleanups, we haul it all. Proudly rooting for the LSU Tigers, we're family-owned and operated, providing reliable and trusted service. Go to www.trashbanditsla.com and reclaim your space. Your local junk removal team cheering on the LSU Tigers all season long. Go Tigers!
Shreveport Bossier's own Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl is set for December 28th, and iBowl Weekly is your road to the bowl. Tune in each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. right here on 1130 The Tiger. Radiance Technologies iBowl tickets are on sale now, so get them while they're hot, and be right here each week for Inside the iBowl, Wednesday 6 to 7 on 1130 The Tiger. Shreveport Bossier's own Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl is set for December 28th.
Welcome back to the Patrick Netherton Show.
A Monday warrior, mean stride. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride. Though his mind is not for rent, don't put him down as arrogant. His reserve a quiet defense, writing out the day's events. The river
Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM, Rogers and Patrick. That is us. Hadn't heard from Trey in a bit. I know he was over in Texas doing the Texas State Fair, but hadn't heard from him in a bit. Again, every time Rogers plays Rush, that's basically like a Trey Langford welfare check is basically what it amounts to. Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Don't forget our 3 streaming services, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We are back up and running on all 3 of them. Also, don't forget the Pearl Upset Special, taking your picks, biggest underdog that you believe will win outright. The winner of that gets a $50 gift certificate to the Pearl. I just mailed out the first 5, and I will be mailing them out on a much more regular basis from here until the end of the season. So I know Tornado 13 got theirs, and hopefully everyone else getting theirs as well. And we will look forward to hearing from you. I want to hear back from everyone as you go to the Pearl, and tell us about what you've got going on. We'd love to hear from you. So take your $50 gift certificate, head to the Pearl, and enjoy a nice meal on us for winning the Pearl Upset Special. 70th and Fern Avenue is the Pearl. 70th and Fern Avenue is where you find us, or where you find them, excuse me. Best in Louisiana-style cuisine. Everything from the catfish atchafalaya, the shrimp and grits, the boudin dip. All of that is spectacular. Have happy hour from 3 to 5, right? So in about 30 minutes, you can get over there. Drink specials, half-price appetizers are available 3 to 5. And then they've got all kind of unbelievable food from oysters, raw, cooked, char grilled. They got all those happening. Everything you want is available to you at the Pearl, and it is absolutely delicious. Matter of fact, had a buddy of mine text me or call me earlier and asked that got a wedding anniversary coming up, wanted to know where to go in Shreveport. I said, go to the Pearl, and texted Robert, and Robert's hooking him up and going to get him taken care of with a nice evening for their anniversary. And that's what I love about the Pearl, man. Robert's ready to go. So love that. Go check them out. 70th and Fern Avenue, the white and brick building with black awnings. That is the Pearl. Just the finest food that you could possibly want. And they do it in a great atmosphere and with a great crew that runs the show. So go see them. And, of course, when you do, make sure you tell them you heard about it right here on the Patrick Netherton Show. Jay Perry over on YouTube said, what's going on? Hashtag Fork'em. Yeah, Fork'em indeed, man. Fork'em indeed. Demons and Lumberjacks on Saturday night in the annual battle for whatever they're calling the new trophy. I love the new trophy, love the idea of it. We just don't have a name for it yet. So I'm hoping they'll figure it out. The battle for whatever we're going to call that trophy when it's all said and done. All right, apparently we've got a very special guest on the Pearl Shreveport hotline. You can call us at 725-5945. It is the man, the myth, the legend, E.H. What is up, brother?
What's going on, dude?
Well, just trying to make it through, man. Trying to make it through.
Well, I guess I can't pull for the Demons this weekend.
Are you an SFA person? Why are you not pulling for the Demons?
No, the Saints' wife went to SFA.
Really?
And all many family members are sistered as well.
Really?
So,
I did not know that they were SFA folk.
They are. Yeah. All her people are from East Texas. So yeah, she's looking to reclaim the trophy again.
Well, they've still got it, so they've had it for a while. Obviously, they stopped playing for several years, and then when SFA left and joined the WAC, and then they played a non-conference game last year, and that's when they introduced the just giant log that didn't have anything on it, and now Blaine McCorkle and Colby Carthel, the two coaches, came together and basically designed. Apparently, Blaine McCorkle's the one who designed it. They got a pitchfork on one end, an axe on the other end, and whichever team wins takes the trophy and puts their logo upright. So, if the Demons win, the pitchfork will be standing upright and the axe will be pointing down. And if the Lumberjacks win, the axe will be pointing up and the pitchfork will be pointing down. So I like it. I like the design of it. I like the idea of it, and I hope it's a good game. I would love to see one.
Yeah. I thought that was funny when you said that last year when they played that the SFA hid the big log.
Yeah,
big log.
I didn't. And
when you saw it rolling out there, what did you think? Oh
no,
my God,
I never saw it.
Missile or something.
Like I never saw it. It was they just put it out there at some point, and they had it covered with a tarp. And that end zone, the north end zone, that's where the scoreboard is. It's where the ROTC is. There's some like little tents and stuff that are over there. So it was not noticeable. Like I didn't see it and think, oh, like I thought maybe that was something the ROTC had. I legitimately never saw it, and even stopped to think like, oh, what is that? Like I just it never like registered in my brain at any point that when I was looking in the north end zone. Like, oh, what is that unusual object there covered by a tarp? I had no idea. And then they rolled it out and they brought it over, and we had we laughed about it on the post-game show as we're doing the wrap up. And then Colby Carthel came and talked with Tyler Moody for the post-game winning coaches interview, and we asked him about it, and he was talking about how they want to make a new trophy since they were coming back. I don't know if they'd already announced they were coming back into the league at that point, but they wanted to go ahead and have a rivalry trophy of some description, and they were going to figure it out. And apparently, according to Carthel, Blaine McCorkle, the NSU coach, is the one who designed it. Carthel said, we met. He goes, and next thing I know, Blaine shows up, and he's got drawings of what he wants it to be. So it worked, I guess.
Dude, maybe this will get the Demons fired up to break the slide.
Yeah, it would be nice. Haven't won a game since 2022, and been shut out two weeks in a row now, which is obviously not good. Offense has struggled a bit the last 2 weeks, so I don't know. It'll be very interesting. SFA's had a good defense this year. Now, granted, they've played a reasonably weak schedule. But they still, defense is still playing well for those guys. So we'll see. And I love that Colby Carthel did a little trash talking, said, I know a few folks in Natchitoches, and I don't like them, at least this week. I love it. It's good, some good natured trash talk. I can appreciate that in a good rivalry.
Yeah, dude, I'm all about it too. Hey, I don't know if you've been paying attention. I know you talked about it a little yesterday, but the realignment and everything with the Mountain West, it's
right.
Real interesting now that the Pac-12 or whatever they're called is really pumping the brakes. And for some reason, and Texas State, by the way, said no to the Mountain West. I guess $5 million and having to travel with your volleyball team to right. San Jose State's a lot, but
right.
The Pac-12 is still, I think, out of their minds. They think they're going to be pulling. They still want to get Memphis and Tulane, everybody, but they're saying we can get up to $15 million, and they're like, okay, well, show us. So now they're going to market. I don't see it, dude. I mean, if you're and the CW is like their prized possession.
Yeah.
But it was very interesting when I heard the dynamics of everything. Even if they went to like Amazon was like a small player. Amazon doesn't have, and you'll have to help me out here. They don't have production like trucks and studios. ESPN's got their whole setup, and CW doesn't. So I know the Pac-12 network has it, but I mean, if you take on a huge conference and you get this TV deal, well, the TV partner better have the setup to produce. Is this correct?
Necessarily.
How do they do it?
No, not necessarily. Like the CW, funny enough, I actually had a conversation about the CW today. I was talking with Timmy B, and he just happened to call me. He was traveling to calling the Iowa State game, I believe, tomorrow. And he was calling me while he was traveling. We were just catching up, hadn't talked to him in a bit. And he was talking about the CW, and apparently the CW is produced by Raycom, the group that used to do, or at least the ACC portion of the CW broadcasts are produced by Raycom. And as you'll recall, Raycom used to do their own broadcast. The old JP Jefferson Pilot broadcasts were produced by Raycom. So they've got a production company, and I'm assuming that's what, Amazon's got enough money. You look at their NFL primetime games, like that's their own production, right? They're not using outside entities.
I didn't think so. I understood they farmed that out. That's what I heard.
Well, everything is in some degree farmed out, but it's a matter of, like, I don't think that Amazon or whomever, no one's going to have a problem finding a production group to come in and broadcast those games. Like, that's not going to be an issue for any of those folks. So, if Amazon comes in and they've got more money than God, if Amazon comes in and wants to produce the Pac-12 games, then they'll have somebody, some entity of some description that will be the group producing it. So yeah, I mean, anything that they want to get done is going to get done. Whether they decide to buy their own trucks and buy their own equipment and buy their own people, or just pay another production group to do it, it doesn't matter. It's going to get done. The leagues are not going to have to provide a production, any production facilities of any kind. And look, most of the schools now, like, look at, all the SEC schools, I think all the Big 12 schools, I'm sure most, if not all, the Big 10 schools all have the infrastructure now, because when they're doing a game on SEC Network Plus for volleyball, right, they just bring some announcers in sometimes. Sometimes, as you may have noticed, the LSU basketball games are Chris Blair, they run his audio over the top of a video feed, which I hate. I'm 100% against. But that happens from time to time. So most of these schools nowadays have the infrastructure where if Amazon says, hey, we want to do a Pac-12 game at Oregon State, well, who knows? Oregon State may already have all the infrastructure in place. Amazon can just say, hey, we'll just either take your video feed or we'll send in 10 people and do it that way. Or we'll hire a West Coast production company that has a truck, and they'll just go to whatever our CW game of the week is, and they'll go and park, and we'll send 15 people there to go do the game. Like, that's the production is not going to be the issue with any of these leagues.
Well, it's going to be the viewership, because check this out. So the Live Golf Tour, like even the final rounds and CW markets, the actual local market gets to control what they want to put on, and they've been putting on like Jeopardy and freaking like Wheel of Fortune and stuff over like the Live Golf Final. So it's the thing is, and even if they go to streaming, which I know you're a big fan of, whatever, and I like it, but I mean, linear broadcasting until 20 years, 30 years from now, and when the older generation dies off, and you have no problem about getting that. It ain't happening, and that how they think they're going to get $15 million a team. It's still the Pac-12. I mean, it's not, and I just think that's not right. I mean, that's not really bugging me. What's bugging me, and I'm an SEC fan, is this now that the SEC and the Big Ten want. I mean, God, they want 3 teams apiece or 4 teams apiece to be guaranteed.
We talked about this yesterday, EH. Oh,
that's awful.
It's awful.
I mean,
terrible.
It's just. Yeah,
I mean, at this point, just go ahead and make your own playoff. Just make your own playoff with the Big Ten and the SEC, and call it the pseudo championship. And y'all go play for one, and y'all put 8 teams in a playoff, and y'all go do it on your own. The idea that you would hold the rest of college athletics hostage, and I heard, and Greg Sankey had a quote. I like Greg Sankey, but he had a quote about, we're not here for the betterment of all of college athletics. Like, our job is not to sort of step down to their level. Their job is to step up to ours. I was like, yeah, but you're also not letting them. Like, you're not giving any opportunity for anyone to step up to your level, because you're trying to take your ball and run off with it and not let anyone play. I hate it. I hope the powers that be in college athletics understand that it is awful. I do not mind giving the Big Ten and the SEC maybe 2 spots apiece, right? 4 spots of the 12. I don't mind that, because typically the top 2 Big Ten and the top 2 SEC teams are usually going to be 4 of the best teams in college football. But this idea of having 4 apiece is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Like, you want to sour college football, you do that. You do that, and you will see folks turn on the college football postseason.
Well, I mean, think about it. If that happened, that Georgia-Alabama game wouldn't have meant squat. Oh, it was just a good game, but I mean, we're still in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just unless they're doing this to no, they can't get the ultimate, and maybe they'll just back down for 2, which is fine. But I don't have a problem with the 16-team playoff. You know, I mean, a lot of people are against it because whatever, but I do like the way that the non-Power 5, the Group of 5, can still get in. And it's still a hard road. I mean, not really, but I mean, you still get some conference championships. But I like that because it gives somebody a chance. But if they block this off, you're right. I mean, all the momentum they're getting, and they're just going to let it just totally evaporate if he gets his way.
Here's the thing: there is a the idea that the Big Ten and the SEC cover enough of the country. Look, more people care about SEC football than any other league, right? A lot of people care about Big Ten football. But are you telling me that it's the only thing we care about? No, of course not. We care about what happens on the West Coast. Oregon is a great story, and Washington State is a great game. There are things that happen on the West Coast that we do indeed care about when it comes to college football. So this idea that the ACC, that nobody cares about the ACC, nobody cares about the Big 12, is crazy. It's ludicrous. And if you want to go ahead and deem college football to just simply be the elites, then put this plan in place, right? Go ahead and make it 4 teams for each league, and I think you will see that the rooting interest in college football will go down in some regard, because you're going to be putting in teams that don't necessarily deserve to be there. Right now, if you want to say, all right, let's say that you have 4 teams in the top 10, and you get 4 teams in.
Look at the Big Ten, dude. Look at. I mean, Michigan. It's always Michigan. It's always Ohio State. So they're your guarantee too. But then you have Penn State, who plays nobody.
Yeah.
And they get a bye when they lose their first game, or they lose to Ohio State, which they always do. And they're going to get in every time. It'll be the 3 teams over and over and over again. In the SEC, I get their argument, but, dude, come on. Why do they have to partner with the Big Ten? I don't get it.
Well, because they're the 2 major leagues that are left at this point. That's why. All right, we got to run, EH. Rogers is shaking his fist at me as we speak. All right. I knew Hambone was getting ornery there in the studio. If I just ask him one more weird random question today, I think it might be the last straw. So Patrick Netherton Show, 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. We'll be back to wrap it up after this.
He walks further down the street with the brim pulled way down low. Ain't no sound but the sound of his feet. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. Yeah. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone. And another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, hey, I'm gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust.
With fall savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,600 off select appliances from top brands like GE Profile. Save space and time with the new combo washer and dryer and do-it-all-in-one machine. And with Smart Dispense technology, the right amount of detergent is automatically added to every wash. Laundry day is a whole lot smarter with the GE Profile Ultra-Fast Combo with Smart Dispense only at the Home Depot. Right now, save up to $1,600 and financing on select appliances with fall savings at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Pricing valid September 26th through October 16th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use use promo code YEAR to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code YEAR for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hey there, Shreveport. Are you tired of boring cookie-cutter marketing campaigns that put you to sleep faster than a lullaby? Then it's time to switch to Town Square Shreveport. We're not your average marketing agency. Our team of experts is like the Avengers of advertising, with each member bringing their unique superpowers to the table. Need a killer social media strategy? We've got you covered. Want a website that looks like it was designed by a unicorn? We can make it happen. Need a radio commercial that's funnier than your grandpa's jokes? Well, we can't promise that, but we'll try our best. At Town Square Shreveport, we don't just create marketing campaigns, we create experiences that people will remember for years to come. So if you want to be the talk of the town, call us for your free business analysis at 318-688-1130. 318-688-1130. Town Square Shreveport. We're not just good, we're hilarious. Okay, maybe not hilarious, but we're definitely worth a shot.
Hollis Dental Care is the premier one-stop shop for all your dental care needs in the Arklatex. Dr. Matt Hollis and his team can handle everything from simple cleanings to major dental implants, all in-house. And if you've got a toothache, call 318-703-6680 by 9 a.m. Monday through Thursday, and you're guaranteed to be seen the same day. That's Hollis Dental Care. Call them at 318-703-6680 or find them at Benton Road and Wimple. Hollis Dental Care, the best spot for your smile.
Michael and Justin Greene have great news about Bobby L. Greene, your home team.
We saw the need for a heating and cooling contractor that could do the same thing that we've offered plumbing services for many, many years, and we decided to jump into the AC and heating space.
We just saw the opportunity to provide another service to our customers, to be a one-stop shop, to take care of their needs and be there and provide the same quality service that we've always provided.
3 generations of local service. Bobby L. Greene, 318-631-0235.
You've heard a lot of remarkable things about the Pearl Restaurant, located at Fern and 70th. In addition to the incredible food and drinks, the Pearl is now open for dinner 7 days a week, plus lunch or brunch on the weekends. The bar opens at 3, the restaurant opens at 4 Monday through Thursday, and it opens at 11 a.m. all weekend long. Amazing Louisiana-style food with flavor profiles unlike anything you'll find in the state. A 47-foot bar serving signature cocktails, spirits, wine, and beer. An unrivaled selection of both raw and cooked oysters. Plus, the Pearl is serving up amazing old-school favorites like burgers and certified Angus steaks, dry-aged and rubbed in their special Pearl dust. Both the burgers and steaks are Rogers Hampton approved, which is the most prestigious award that a food can receive. The Pearl Restaurant, 6871 Fern Avenue, right off East 70th. Whether you want an amazing lunch on the weekend or an elegant dinner any day of the week, the Pearl has you covered. Let them treat you right at the Pearl.
Restore me, refuel me, rejuvenate me. RejuveMeMedical.com.
Tiger weather now.
Lower humidity feeling good tonight, upper 50s, and then some tropical humidity works back to our coast, to our south. Thursday, Friday, and the weekend, I think all the rain chances stay south of us, though. 90 degrees tomorrow, 92 on Friday. I'm meteorologist Scott Lauriamore at the Weather Channel.
The previous program was paid for by Tim Fletcher.
KWKH and K277DO Shreveport, 103.3 FM and 1130 The Tiger. Your home for LSU sports, a Town Square Media station.
Welcome back to the Patrick Netherton Show.
Show 1130 The Tiger, 103.3 FM. Rogers, Patrick, that's us. Hope everyone's having themselves a wonderful day today. Don't forget tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Patrick's Picks and Moody's Moneymakers. That's right. Your opportunity to get a leg up on the competition, perhaps. We'll see. The going was not so good for our boy Moody last week. I actually had one of my better weeks, as I went 4-2-1 last week. I'm now 17-17-1. Although really I went 5-2 last week. Again, the Giants-Cowboys game was a push, but the line closed a half a point in my favor. But I didn't push the issue. I just left it as a push. It would have given Moody a loss. Moody should have been 2-5, and I should have been 5-2. But again, I didn't force the issue. Kept it at 5 instead of 5.5. So I'm 17-17-1, and Moody is 16-17-2. So I've got one win ahead of Moody, which is pretty crazy to imagine. Meanwhile, on tomorrow's docket, we've got to pick the Saints and we've got to pick the Cowboys. Saints are playing on Monday night against the Chiefs, and Cowboys are playing at the Steelers, I believe. Then that gives us 5 picks on our own. So we get to pick 5 of our own games. LSU's on a bye, so we get to pick our own games coming up, 5 of them tomorrow. It's either a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know which one yet. The compulsory games, Cowboys, Saints, LSU, have not been bad for me so far. I've done pretty well on those. Apologize for the technical difficulties earlier. Looks like we got it all ironed out. The gremlins in the system apparently all got taken down by Gizmo. He took care of business, and we made it through the rain. Looks like another beautiful day out there. Still, it's not humid, but it is still a little bit warm. So if you're going out there, make sure you're staying safe, taking care of yourself. Want to make sure everyone's hydrating and taking care of yourself as much as possible. We want everyone back here. Keep sending in your picks for the Pearl Upset Special. Biggest underdog that you believe will win outright. Send that to us, and we will put you in, get you in for an opportunity to win a $50 gift certificate to the Pearl. By the way, we have news from the Saints. Apparently, Taysom Hill suffered multiple rib fractures. He had been talking about, complaining about his chest and all of that, and apparently it was multiple rib fractures for Taysom Hill. So obviously not great news there. We'll see what his availability is for Monday night. Apparently Alvin Kamara was also playing with some rib issues. So, Saints are struggling with trying to keep folks healthy right now. McCoy already down with a groin surgery. So here's hoping for good health for the Saints as they move forward, as they are definitely suffering with dealing with some injuries. That's for sure. For Rogers Hampton, I'm Patrick Netherton. Y'all be safe and careful out there over the weekend until tomorrow. We'll be back with Patrick's Picks and Moody's Moneymakers. Should be at 2:20 tomorrow as per usual. We'll have a preview of Saints versus on the road at the Chiefs. We'll have a preview of the Cowboys on the road versus the Steelers. For Hambone, I'm Patrick. Y'all be safe and careful. We'll see you tomorrow from 1 to 3.